Good morning and welcome to the Art of a Life Well Lived. I am Christine Regan Lake and it's good to see you again. So today is a new reading that I'm going to be doing called What Are Your Blockages? Now I've already pulled out all the cards. I already went through and put together all of the themes so that I could save you time from trying to work that out as we were going. And there were three distinct themes that came through on this reading today. I've done this reading with 4 different sets of cards, 2 different sets that I created myself based on all of the knowledge that I have around personal development, self-development, the 6 human needs, narcissistic trauma bonding, narcissistic patterns, things like that. And then I mixed them with the angel deck and the goddess deck to give you as full a reading as I could with regard to the messages, getting clarity on what is trying to be communicated to you today. Now, this is a timeless reading, so if it doesn't matter when you see the reading, if the messages resonate with you, then the message is probably for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then this message isn't for you. No need to worry about that, though. You can always check back at any time and see if some of the other readings that I'll be doing do resonate for you. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's just see if there's anything that might be of value for you today. So the very first card that I picked was the crown chakra, which basically means that there is a crown chakra blockage, which means that currently you are having challenges connecting with your higher self and with God, source, or your spirit guides, whatever you believe in. And that blockage is keeping you stuck. It's keeping you from moving forward because you're not listening to your higher self. You're not listening to the guidance that you're getting. And we'll explore that a little bit more in a moment. So the second card that came up was the patient blueprint. So the patient blueprint is basically for an individual who, for most of their life, has struggled with health issues. When you get a patient blueprint, how you develop that is in your childhood, when you may have had certain health issues that came up or were persistent, and then somehow in the family it became your identity, that you became the patient, you were the sick child. When you were that sick child, because of whatever extra attention you needed, you become used to and or potentially addicted to that source of attention, right? So you hold the identity of I'm sick because it's a subconscious level. Your subconscious mind knows that this is a guaranteed source of attention and focus for me. And so you remain in that patient cycle of going from one illness to the next illness to the next illness. The third card that came up was about money, and this was about financial denial. So financial denial is a refusal to look directly at your financial situation, and it's a way to not have to take responsibility for adulting in your finances and things like that. So it's basically, the 3 major themes were about not having your connection to your higher self and to God and source, the fact that you're a patient person constantly struggling with health issues, and financial denial, that you, when it comes to your finances, you're in denial, you refuse to take responsibility, and it's a way for you to not have to face an adult when it comes to your money and finances. So that was in the first row. That was dealing with your past, right? So the second row is really about your present. So what came up next was trauma bonding is impacting your health. So for those of you who may not be aware, probably most of you are aware, but trauma bonding is something that a narcissist does. You can have a narcissistic mother or father who trauma bonds you. Trauma bonding is a way that you flood a person with both positive and negative experiences. So you love bomb them first, And then after a while, after the love bombing has sunken in, then you start being mean to them, putting them down, things like that. And it's negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. And what that does is it creates in that person a hunger for always trying to get back to that love bombing. So they're always constantly reinvesting and trying to earn back your love so that they can get back to the love bombing phase, which felt so good, which was so overwhelming. Okay, so that's the trauma bonding. And then focus. Time to focus, not to distract yourself. So what I'm really seeing is that the universe is asking you to level up. It's time for you to stop with all the distractions, stop with all the denials. It is time for you at this moment in your life to completely level up, to connect with your higher self and your divine source, to listen to the guidance that you are getting so that you can move forward and that you can be here to make the impact that you are here to do. The next card that came up was hormonal issues, right? So hormonal issues, this goes back to the patient blueprint, right? So the patient blueprint and hormonal issues. So your hormones may be impacting your emotional state. So when I pulled a card on what you could do to help balance those hormones, what came up was that you are iron deficient, that you would benefit from upping your level of iron intake. You can start cooking with a cast iron pan that increases your iron intake. You can increase your iron intake by with sea vegetables, Japanese sea vegetables, or with spinach, or you could do pea protein shakes. That's what I use, my pea protein shakes. Love them. I already had it this morning. That helps. So the iron helps with hemoglobin formation, carries oxygen, and it helps with energy, right? If you're iron deficient, that means you're weak, you're dizzy, and you're fatigued, and you don't have a lot of energy. And if you are going to move into an empowered state to connect with source, to move forward in your life, you're going to need to have the energy to do it, right? You don't want anything holding you back. So when I moved into the third row, which is about moving into the future, the card that came up was financial rejection. So financial rejection is where you have a subconscious belief that money isn't good for me. Money is dangerous, money is bad, money is the root of all evil, things like that. This probably came from your childhood. Most of our beliefs are locked into our nervous system by the time we're 7 years of age. If you want to move forward, in your life financially, building financial wealth, financial stability, securing your future, making sure that you are standing on your own 2 feet financially, you must heal and resolve any issues and blockages you have around financial rejection and trying to push it out of your life. So that was two cards focusing on your money issues. It was financial rejection and financial denial. So you don't want to look at your bills, you don't want to deal with it, you wish you didn't have to deal with money. And then the other is that, you have financial rejection. You're trying to push it away because you think it's bad, Both of those things need to be healed if you are in a position where you're looking to secure or improve your finances long term. The next card that came up was be patient, trust God's plan, right? So this, when I looked at it going down, the storyline there is that for your patient blueprint, when you're sick all the time, sick is a way to distract yourself from having to move forward in your life and face your stuff and really heal it so that you can build a solid foundation. So with regard to your money and your finances and this sick patient, the patient blueprint that you have to focus now. It's time for that to be done. You have important things that God wants you to do here on this earth. And for you to do them, you have to be healthy and you have to have a strong financial foundation so that you are not in constant fight or flight survival mode when it comes to your finances. So the clear message in this reading is that it is time for you to level up. The last card that came out was loyalty. this card is encouraging you to look at your inner circle and see if there are people that you need to retire from your life and separate them and no longer connect with them and be around you, because they are not serving you. They are undermining your gifts, your strengths, your belief in yourself, and your foundation. So there was another theme. So the first theme was about your finances, and the other one is about this narcissist, right? The trauma bonding and the loyalty. Because when I asked for more clarity on the values and the loyalty about moving someone out of your life, cleaning your inner circle, the two cards that came up was a narcissistic smear campaign. So there's someone in your sphere of influence who has done a smear campaign on you, who's talking bad about you, talking behind your back, and who just simply does not have your best interest at heart. And they are betraying you, and it's time for you to release that person from your inner circle. Connect with your higher self, and you'll figure out who that is if you don't already immediately know who that is, if you didn't know who that was. And the card that came up next on that was the 6 Human Needs Growth. So the message here is, it is time for you to grow past any of these blockages. It is time. You are strong enough. You have everything that you need to move forward, to connect with your higher self, to secure your finances, to build a solid foundation, and to resolve these health issues permanently, so that this is not a theme anymore. You want to release the patient identity. You are not sickly. You are a sovereign being in your body. You have radiant health. That is the thing. You have to take back your power with regard to your personal health. Okay, so when I asked for more clarity, I asked for additional clarity with regard to your financial denial. So the thing is, the card that came up was, there it is, can you see that? Is peace. That everything is going to work out. There's no need to worry, and everything is working out beautifully. Your financial denial is because you're in a fight or flight mode with regard to your finances. And so part of how you deal with that is you don't look at the bills. It's a way to, because it causes too much anxiety, so you just refuse to acknowledge it. What this card is trying to tell you is that it's all working out as long as you move forward and you grow in the card of growth, where you are going to face this stuff and start healing it. It's all going to be fine, and it's going to work out. The next card was also that you need to delegate, right? So when it comes to your finances, or how you're generating your finances, you may be being unproductive in terms of trying to do things that are not worthy of your time, and it would be better spent for you to delegate and have someone else do that. You want to focus on what is the highest income generating activities that are going to build the financial future that you want for yourself, and delegate the stuff that is not the highest use of your time. And the other card was acceptance. You just need to accept, right? Accept and have faith and believe that things are going to improve. You're going to move past all of these issues. Now, there was 3 other important cards that came up when I asked for clarity with regard to your crown chakra, the blockage in your crown chakra, and then the trauma bonding. So, and how that's impacting your finances. So the trauma bonding, when, say, a parent does that, they're making you, when they trauma bond you, they're really bonding them to you, which can keep you from being able to be independent on your own, standing on your own 2 feet. So the message here is that when you connect with your crown chakra, you heal whatever these blockages are with regard to trauma bonding to someone else, thinking that you need someone else, that you're not independent on your own, and you can't, function and do things as you feel guided. You can't trust your intuition and things like that. That negatively impacts your finances. Well, the message here is that if you do connect with your crown, if you open up your crown chakra, you do connect with your higher source and God, what is coming through for us is that you are a high priestess, that you have divine knowledge. You are much more powerful than you realize, and you have divine knowledge that is wanted and needed by humanity right now, and it is time for you to step into that gift. The second one that came up was that you're a medicine woman. So you have divine knowledge. You could potentially be a healer of some kind. Maybe you're a Reiki healer. Maybe you're an energy practitioner. Maybe you're a tuning fork practitioner. Whatever it is for you, there's something inside of you that is a medicine woman. There is a healing gift that you have, whatever that may be for you. Maybe you're a medicine woman and when it comes to cooking, herbs, herbology, or, mixing oils, whatever it is. There is a divine gift that you have that humanity needs right now, and it needs for you to stand up and own that, because there are people who are hurting and need you right now. And if you're not out there, they are without a solution. So you are needed. And the last card around that was entrepreneurship. That this calling for you could be the solution to your financial issues, right? So connect with your higher source. Listen to what God and the universe is trying to tell you. Embrace your gifts, your high priestess, your medicine woman. Start your business, and it will help to heal your finances. Because when you are in alignment, you're going to find joy. It's going to manifest for itself. It will serve others, and you're going to be happier and more fulfilled because you are authentically in alignment. You're standing on your own 2 feet. You're not a dependent. You're not codependent. You're not relying on someone else to take care of you. You no longer need to be the sickly patient, because you've transcended that. You've outgrown that you have retired that identity and you no longer need it. The other aspect that is important about this is that if you are moving down that path of being a medicine woman, the fact that you were a patient for so long and you struggled with health issues for so long, what that's saying and what the reality of that is that because of the health challenges that you had and everything that you had to endure for being that patient, and more than likely it was extensive, the knowledge that you have in terms of being a wounded healer, you can resonate with people, and you can have a depth of compassion for people who are sick and who are hurting that someone who has never walked that path can't have. If they're, like a Western doctor who just went through medical school, who's never really had any health issues, that's not the wounded healer. The wounded healer is the healer who comes to someone who is sick and says, I am your brother, I am your equal, I have been where you are, and I can help you. So use your gifts. The path that your life has taken you, yes, it was probably very challenging. Yes, you probably blew thousands of dollars on money, trying to figure out what was the matter with you. All of that pain and suffering that you dealt with has cultivated within you a depth of compassion for those who are hurting and who are still in that sick mode. So God needs you to rise up, to find your power, to know that you are this powerful divine child with wisdom and divine knowledge and healing medicine to serve our planet. So those were the core messages for our reading today, and I hope you found value in that. Please know that your gifts are a diamond right inside of you, and they can't serve anyone if you remain in the sick patient mode where you're not out there sharing your gifts with others, not sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. It is needed now more than ever. There are so many people who are hurting and sick who could benefit from your love, your compassion, your wisdom, and your knowledge. So that is my reading for today. If you found value, that would make me so happy, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to connect with God and share my gifts and resources with you so that we can all rise together. If you like this video, I would love if you could hit a like, share, or subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you again soon. I do these readings on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so if you want to just be aware on those days, that's when these videos will be coming out. And I may do bonus readings on Sundays, so Tuesdays, Thursdays, and bonus readings when I can on Sunday. All right, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.